ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। The Gospel of Ramakrishna. A day at Dakshineswar, Sri Ramakrishna is sitting in his room and talking to the devotees. And amidst a tantric is there. To his question, Sri Ramakrishna is singing one after the other songs written by great saints, the enlightened ones, and he is undergoing tremendous transformation because as a tantric he has given already his whole life for attainment of God and come to the incarnation of God who has descended to the earth for the modern times. And there, Sri Ramakrishna, there are various ways of teaching one's own experiences through stories, through the experiences of others from scriptures, various sources of authenticity. Now, through songs, the songs have a tremendous effect. One is, it is entering with a consolation to the soul. The raga and tala are in such a way, it's always makes you to move in tune with nature. Nature is there. All the tunes, the Indian music is based on taking the natural sounds and arranging it. Sarigama Padanisa is what we commonly hear through birds and animals. The particular animal, particular this one, takes out a particular tune. When these tunes are arranged in a particular way, it gives a raga. That is most compatible for the jiva because it is emerging from nature, and when you listen, put in a particular way, a particular bhava is put forth, a feeling. Now, pathos, suppose Shivarinjani, where minor chord is used, and you will feel a kind of pathos, a elated state of mind. Another raga, another one awakens your devotion to God. Various ways. Now, while giving instruction, a particular instruction, artha, meaning, the meaning I want to convey as an instruction or as I want to infuse in his soul, then a particular raga I utilize to make that particular opening in his heart, and it wholly with meaning the soul accepts, independent of intellect. Music is one thing where intellect do not interfere. It's a pleasing, directly it affects the heart. Any raga has a particular effect. It creates an internal atmosphere to receive. It opens the inner doors. So Ramakrishna is tantric by nature. He is tantric means where the Vedic and tantric, two paths. Vedic path is holding on to the Advaitic concept of one ultimate reality. Only science is taken. Here, technology is adopted. The same, it's based on the science. Technology is always based on the science. But various means are adopted to achieve the same end. Now, when we adopt it in the day-to-day life of religious and spiritual life, it becomes agamas, Shaiva agama, Shakta agama, Vaishnava agamas. The tantras are adopted to day-to-day worship and all these things, building up a temple, how the image will be there. All these come in the how to invoke God in a material object, how to perceive, how to penetrate into the matter, into see the spirit in the matter, how to see the Chaitanya, the all-pervading Chaitanya is there, which is invisible to us, imperceptible to us, how to penetrate and see. All these are techniques are used. So techniques are Tantra. The science tells only the truth. It doesn't adopt any techniques. Science doesn't. Truth is just revealed. Now, petrol burns. 1 gram gives so many calories of heat. That's all the science says. How to extract that petrol, how to utilize that petrol in a vehicle, how to make a vehicle, all this comes under technology. So, the Hindu way of scriptures are 2 parts. One is gives pure science, gives the only truth. Now they are called Vedas. And the technological part wherein I adopt it, you adopt the truth, is the Tantra, science and technology. Veda, with to know, knowledge. Veda and Tantra, 2 different aspects of the same reality. Tantras have to be dependent on the science. It cannot be a fiction. It has to be based on the reality. So the whole thing is designed in such a way, know and achieve, know and utilize. So here when we say Tantric and Vedic, Vedic is where they adopt lot of mantras. Vedic mantras are adopted. Here Vedic mantras are totally eliminated. Tantric shlokas are there. So the shlokas are adopted. Same, instead of I am doing Abhisheka, in Vedic we will be doing the suktas. Now Purusha Sukta or some Sukta, Devi Sukta, we will be doing Abhisheka. In Tantra, we don't adopt that. We start singing some shlokas. This is the main difference. Second, in the ritualistic part, suppose fire ritual I am doing, Homa. In Vedic, I am offering to the fire god who works as like a postman to give to the particular deities. I am passing it through a media. Here it is directly the deity is invoked in fire itself as fire. I am directly offering to that. Now Ramakrishna Amagni. I want to do the Ramakrishna Homa. Ramakrishna Amagna Ihagacha. I invoke God as fire. Now I want to do the Shiva Puja. Shiva itself, Agni is invoked, the Agni itself is Shiva invoked. I am offering as if I am directly offering to Shiva. He is consuming. Otherwise, fire is, in Vedas, fire is a media through which I am offering. I am offering to fire, fire is conveying to the particular deities. So, these are small variations. In Tantra, more of practicality, more of practicality. Here, more of ideals, and this one is adopted. So, here is a Tantric who is walking a more extremely practical way of going. Scientific way, when we adopt into technology, I can have my own way. I cannot have standard way. Now just this electrical connection, plugs and pins, it is throughout the world almost it is standardized. I can have my own sizes, which you cannot use anywhere. You cannot collectively use it. You have your own pin system. Now, mobile cell phones, they have certain way of charging this and they have their own system. You cannot, they have not done it universal. But these things are made universal. They have their own systems. You cannot adopt other things. So like that it becomes. So this here, so when he is in practical path, it is easy to touch him and do. Because here in science, you have to give only the truths which are registered. Those things, through that alone I can go. Here I can practically go. See, you have seen in your family life how it happens, how to love God. Here it is standardized. We have, in Vedic path, it is standardized. Here it is free. You are free to adopt your own way. There are a lot of restrictions are there in the Vedic path. Here it is freedom. So the Sri Ramakrishna is giving him a series of songs which we usually don't see, one after the other, with various ragas, in various ways of instruction giving. Now Sri Ramakrishna is telling, when a man merges himself in God, he can no longer retain wicked and sinful tendencies. That's why we go on insisting, hold on to the truth, hold on to God at all times. Whatever is there, tremendous transformation, tremendous cleaning will be going on. Anywhere reality you are holding on, all other things are, though it is pleasing to us, it is unreal because it's killing time and life, it's momentary. What is sustained, what is long-lasting, what is eternal, except the eternal and infinite, all things are passing. The moment there is a duality, the moment there is a breaking, multiplicity, it is a constantly changing flux. You cannot have any permanency. All, whatever enjoyments we are trying to enjoy, it is momentary. Where is the sustained? I want a peace which never parts from me. I want joy which never parts from me. A momentary joy and a series of pain. Who wants this? This combination. We don't call it joy or happiness or bliss. We call it pleasure, sense pleasures. Pleasures are momentary and binds you and goes on dragging. And each time, because of the old samskaras, you feel a continuity in, as if things are going to give joy. There is huge break. If I take a cup of coffee, the next cup already diminishing return is there. It is decreasing. 10th cup you start coming out. If joy is there in the coffee, it must be constantly giving you the joy. But joy is coming from within. Sense and sense objects, they bring out the joy, but it doesn't sustain. It goes on decreasing and then it ends within a short time. But same you will get After 3 hours, one more cup, same amount of joy comes. You cannot have a continuous, unbroken. But when you transcend these limits, you will see you are having unbroken, constant joy. First state begins with, now what is eternal and what is temporal? It's passing. We will distinguish. Then this is like here one drop, after so many hours it is one drop of joy or pleasure. Now when you hold on to the real and eternal, small stream, unbroken stream of joy starts coming out. This is obstructed by the tendency we have created to run after those droplets. Now, each time you look at the world that gave you momentary pleasure, the moment you see it is enticing you again. That keeps you away from the reality at all times. Somewhere you must have a breakage to hold on to the eternal. You cannot leave this world and go away. All these things you attend to, all the duties of life, everything, taking care of the family, working here, there, everything you will do, but slowly link yourself to the eternal so that one small stream of inner joy and peace is constantly maintained. With all the pains and sufferings of the world, there is something you are holding on to, and something which is unbroken within you, experience. This is holding on to the something eternal. It is not because this is contamination is there of this world. Contamination is there of my old samskaras. So this is a part of I am holding or trying to hold on to God or divine or something. It is a greater part is an imagination. I have not seen, I have not experienced. But the understanding of it, the clear understanding of it, to the level of visualization, what it could be. And it is presented in such a way you can capture it. So it is given with Nama Rupa Guna. God is such a thing. Actually it doesn't have, it need not have Nama Rupa Guna. But your aspiration, later on, it presents because it is a conscious entity. God is a conscious entity. Whatever way you worship, that way He can present. I cannot present. I am limited. In every way I am limited. I cannot come to you as a dog now. I cannot change my form. I cannot change my nature. All this I am limited. I cannot lift 100 kilos. Everything is limited. My understanding, my thought, my process, my living, everything. Life is also. So there it is unlimited and no limitation. Even form there is no limitation. So He can take any form, whatever way you want Him to. You want God to be your mother, you are her child. He approaches you, He comes to you as mother only. I cannot do that. So God is unlimited in the important definition of what is God is whatever. Even a slightest limitation is there, it cannot be God. God is this and not that. That's why Sri Ramakrishna used to tell again and again, don't limit God. God is limitless. Don't say He is Advaita only. He cannot be with form. Don't say that. He can be anything. If you have put, it is a limited, it cannot be God. If you say God is only with form, He cannot be without form, you are putting a limitation and it ceases to be God. Any limitation, smallest limitation, is there, it cannot be God. God has to be unlimited. So He can be anything. And so each is approaching in a particular way and it is responding in the same way. In Kannada there is this avaravara bhavake, avaravara bhakutige, avaravara taranagi irutenu shivayogi. Hariya bhaktarige hari, harana bhaktarige hara, nararenu bhavisuva radarante toruvanu. Whatever way you approach Him, in Bhagavad Gita also, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyam. Whatever way they approach me, in the same way I approach them. So here we see my understanding of God. The God is presented in such a way, the Bhakti school present in a particular way, that you can capture it. Advaitins, they have a yoga, another way of presenting God. What is your nature? You will adopt any one of these things. In Hinduism, varieties of ways, varieties of things. Whatever is suitable to you, adopt it and go ahead. So here we see that somehow or the other, mind is capable of holding on to a thing which can never be seen or never has been seen. Because of the presentation, and your heart catches one of those presentations and it says, yes, I love it. One American lady had written a long letter how she is struggling from her early life to trying to know God. She was born a Christian, and then she was totally dedicated to that path of Christianity. But she said, I could not get complete fulfillment that I was seeking. So she started searching here and there. Buddhism pleased her. Then she started totally adopting the Buddhistic principles. And years passed. She was seeing some light there. Then she was feeling everything is all right, but my heart is empty. My intellect I can understand. I am deprived of, because when she was following Christianity, her intellect was giving problem. Her heart could be set on God, but intellect is going on questioning which has no answers. It is totally dependent on faith, not on reasoning. So she could not find, because she has been brought up in the modern way with scientific, the faith alone without reasoning, they find difficult. Then she went to their reasoning alone, no faith, no heart. Heart is empty. There is no love awakening, the intimacy with her. She was feeling, my heart has become a barren land. After 10-12 years of sadhana, she finds this won't be able to give. Then she went to Hinduism. In Hinduism, very difficult to select what to hold on to. She started reading Shaivism, Shaktism, this, that and all. Finally, small stories of Krishna started capturing her. Then she started, now there is, when she takes up the Bhagavad Gita, the highest reasoning, and when you see his Balya Leela and all that, her heart is filling. But the doubts used to come. Such a person, why did he do this one? Why did he do that one? The questioning. In Mahabharata war, why did he behave like this? There the doubts enter. So how to solve these problems. Now heart is also accepting, mind is also accepting, intellect is also accepting, but now and then some questions come. How to answer these things to myself? How the holding on, you see. Finally, she started praying. How to love you, how to understand you, how to accommodate you, you teach me. Then she, from her own intuition, she started, whatever you can understand, hold on to that. Whatever your mind is not able to accept, leave it for the present. When time comes, you are not matured enough to understand that. So leave that. And she started holding on and slowly entering into the spiritual world. From religion, we enter into spirituality. Spirituality is the basis of all religions, and it is the basis and culmination of all religion. In between is so many things, scaffoldings are put, but these are just holdings for which the pure spirit. Then she says, I started emerging out from the religious restrictions and all these things and acquiring the pure spirituality in which there is pure Shuddha Jnana and Shuddha Bhakti, Shuddha Prema, pure love, love of God, the devotion. Bhakti and Prema are different. In Prema, I want to become one with God. In Bhakti, I want to keep the duality to serve. So, this Bhakti is also, these are the essence of spirituality. So, I came to a level which is common factor of all religions. How the evolution takes place, you see. So, any point, anywhere, somehow or the other, the mind, intellect and heart can hold on to God. And there, the more you identify with that, then Sri Ramakrishna says, when man merges himself in God, he can no longer retain wicked and sinful tendencies. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.